Parole is reconvening at, we're at Richland Parish. Today is Thursday, December 15th, 22, and it is 10:22 a.m. I'd like to ask the staff at Richland to introduce yourself for the record, sir.
Lieutenant Graham.
Thanks for accommodating us, Lieutenant. And this is Mr. Adams.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Sir,
ma'am.
would you introduce yourself to the parole panel? Tell us your name and your DOC number.
My name is Derek Adams, and my DOC number, my DOC number is 541077.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Adams.
Good morning, ma'am.
Mr. Adams, you are classified as a second felony offender, serving a 15-year sentence for simple burglary of an inhabited dwelling, simple burglary of an inhabited dwelling and possession of a firearm. You were out on supervision, on good time supervision, and you were revoked in 2017. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right?
Yes,
Why,
ma'am. Well, I couldn't hear you.
why were you revoked?
I caught a new charge.
What was the new charge? The simple burglary?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tell us what's going on with you. You got out, you had an opportunity to be on supervision, and you went back to the same thing.
Ma'am, I just got high. I got high one night, and that's basically what happened. To be honest with you, and
And so in the first period of incarceration, was it drugs that got you there too?
ma'am,
During the first period of incarceration, before you got out on good time, were drugs involved in that
yes,
criminal activity also?
yes, ma'am.
So tell us what you've done to address a substance abuse problem.
I just completed celebrating recovery. I got next week I'll be completing reducing and understanding angry feelings, and them
What
know,
did you celebrate recovery?
ma'am.
What did you learn about your substance abuse problem and celebrate recovery?
That I did have a drug problem, and that I learned ways to cope with my drug problems. I mean, I learned other ways to cope with my problems instead of then turn to drugs.
What was your drug of choice?
Really anything that got me high, ma'am.
How old were you when you first started using drugs?
Maybe around about 10,
How old are you now?
34.
What'd you start with?
Marijuana.
Marijuana?
Well, my first drug. Oh yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Probably marijuana. Yes, ma'am.
Alcohol?
No, ma'am. Probably marijuana.
And then what'd you do after that? How'd you progress?
Pills.
Whatever you put your hands on?
Yes, ma'am. Cocaine. Anything that got me high.
So I see when you were in jail before, you did Living in Balance 1 and 2 back in 2015.
Yes, ma'am.
Get anything out of that?
Did I get anything out of that?
Yeah, did you?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I didn't.
That's why you went out and did the same thing again.
Yes, ma'am.
Then tell us why you think we ought to grant you an early release. Your good time date is a long time from me, 2031.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't do good on supervision before because you got revoked. So tell us why you think we ought to.
Because I'm a better, because like me now, I'm a better man now. I like me, like as the person I am now than back then. I just want like better for myself. Like now, like I just want better for myself, and like me, like just keep coming back and forth to jail. This not what I want out of life. this not what I want. This is not what I want, and I'm just, is I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of, I'm just sick of it. It's just time for a change with me,
Well, what's that gonna look like for you?
ma'am.
What is that gonna look like for you? You said it's time for a change, so how you gonna make that happen?
Well, I done started, I don't do drugs, not because I'm just in jail, it's just that I know that, like, that's my downfall. That's why I keep coming to jail. It's because of drugs. So I know, like, it's easy to say it now because I'm in jail, but I I don't do drugs no more. I don't do drugs no more. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in jail, but I don't do drugs no more. And I just want to be with my family. Like I have family out there that love me, and I just want to be with them. And I can't keep going down this road and, and, and just have my family, like, to hold up on their life because of me.
Right, how long you been in jail?
6 years now. Well, no, oh, no, I'm sorry. It's about to be 6 years. It's
Yeah.
going
What's the longest time you spent in jail?
this time right here.
The longest time?
Yes, ma'am.
You think you would benefit from some substance abuse treatment before you got out of jail?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you got arrested, what was your drug of choice?
Uh, like I say, really anything that, well, when I got arrested that night, I was high off Xan bars. That's what I was high off. But anything that really got me high, I will do.
Where, if you were successful and you did get an early release date, where would you live? You mentioned family. Where's family?
Was family in Slidell?
Are you going back to the same environment, the same circumstance?
No. I'm saying, like, that's what my family is, Slidell, but I'm not going back to the same environment. Like, my wife done moved since then. We got a new house. I don't know, like, the exact address, but we don't stay in that same environment where I caught my charge at.
You have any children?
No, ma'am.
Where's your wife today?
In Slidell.
No, I mean, is she working or something? Why she couldn't
Oh,
participate?
no, ma'am. Oh, she do work. Yes, ma'am. She got 2 jobs.
What's your job gonna be? What job you gonna find?
Well, since I've been down, I got a trade. So I got carpentry, I got CPR, I got forklifting. So by me having them trades now, I'm like, that's what my, that's my goal is. But when I get out now, to pursue one of them, like mainly forklifting. I think that's gonna be my, like, my I don't know the word for it, but I think that's gonna be my career.
Yeah,
Forklift.
that's the word. Career choice.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Lieutenant, is there anything you can tell us about Mr. Adams?
I don't have anything in writing with me, but I talked to Mr. Adams before we got online, and he told me that he was written up at our facility one time over, he said it was over a year ago for intoxication, but that's all I have.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Adams, what was that for, the intoxication?
I was high off mojo.
Mhm. All right, is there anything you want to say to us before we vote?
I just want to thank y'all for giving me this opportunity. Thank y'all.
How do you do all that?
Uh, And I don't, you probably don't believe me, but I really just sit in my bed and just watch everybody. Like I'm taking my GED now. I done took the test. We've been waiting for about 2 weeks for the test score, so I'm waiting for that. But that's what I would do, just study for my GED and just in the bed.
So you have taken the test, you're just waiting on the score, or you're
Yes.
getting ready?
No, I'm just waiting for my scores. I took it once before. I passed everything but the reading. I had to go back and take the reading, and that's what I'm waiting for, just the reading scores.
You think you did okay?
I hope so. I hope so, man. I hope so.
Good, I know you're proud of yourself for that.
Yeah.
I don't see any other questions, and I'm prepared to vote Mr. Adams. I wish that perhaps if you'd been locked up 6 years in the beginning of your criminal history,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
might not be here today.
Right.
Right?
Yes,
Seems
ma'am.
like 6.5 years or whatever it is, they have gotten your attention. I believe, and you've acknowledged that you need some substance abuse treatment. I would be willing to take a chance on it and grant your parole after you complete a long-term substance abuse program. You willing to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
And after release, I would like to see you report to the day reporting center. Your parole, that will help you get some wraparound services that you need, help you find a job, and things like that, help you with any other services you might need. If you are not successful on your GED test this time, I want you to take it again.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you get right. That's my vote. I'm just one vote of three. Mrs. Jackson.
Mr. Adams, I really enjoyed your interview, and I can hear in your voice that you're tired of the life that you've been living up until now. I was ready to say, go ahead and release you now until I found out about the write-up mojo a year ago. That's concerning to me. You've been in prison 5 years up to that time. And you said you were done with drugs, but last year you got written up for mojo. So I'm concerned about, go ahead.
That was over a year. That wasn't that I haven't had no write up last year. That was over a year, man. Not to cut you off or nothing, but
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But I do think you need to complete a long-term substance abuse program if this were not said. I think you're almost there. I think you've made a really good turnaround, and I'm glad to see it. I can hear in your voice that you're ready to make that choices, but we want to make sure you have the tools you need when you get out to make those things. So don't take this as a vote of no confidence. Take this as a vote of trying to make sure that this time when you get out, you're going to be able to follow through on everything that you want for your life and your family. So my vote would be to grant upon completion of a long-term substance abuse program, DOC substance abuse program, with the same conditions as it is pronounced.
Mr. Rose.
Mr. Adams, good morning.
good morning.
Mr. Adams, I want you to remember one thing. You don't remember anything else from today's hearing. That you are a drug addict.
Yes, sir.
You will be a drug addict for the rest of your life. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Go to this long-term substance abuse program and take in all the information. When you complete the program, follow all the recommendations.
Yes, sir.
Treat this as a disease. And you will spend the rest of your life trying to treat this disease by going to AA meetings, getting a good sponsor. Don't overlook the drug addiction because it will catch up with you if you do.
Yes, sir.
My vote is for the same reasons, in the same condition.
All right, Mr. Adams, you had a favorable decision today. Sit on the front row when you go to that class.
Okay, thank you.
Like to. Does that conclude our business at LaFouche? So thank you. I'm sorry, Richland. Thank you, Lieutenant, for accommodating us. We're gonna adjourn 10:37.
Thank you.
Um, I don't know what's going on. Am I in the stream? Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah, so let's there's something very innocent about him. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Almost like childish, not in a child, not like immature childish, just kind of like a. He reminds me of from Forrest Gump, Bubba Blue, the shrimp, Forrest's best friend in Vietnam who loves shrimp. Something like, it's just like it's about. I feel like it's about just if you're in the wrong place and you don't have the right, structure, and you could just. What else is going to happen, right? You can be like a good person naturally, but you're just going to get in trouble. I don't know. There was something that I thought was pleasant about him, and like how he really was like proud of himself of getting his GED and how he was going to get it done. And I think it's great. They're going to put him in a program, and hopefully, again, it's. But once you get out, the question that always comes up is what's going to happen once they're out. Once you're out, how do you stay out of trouble? But I guess it's about just knowing you're done and sticking with it. Being tired. Some of it's maybe just about just being tired. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. I don't know if I just kind of came up with that on my own, or if or if you guys are seeing that kind of similarities too in its personality. Okay, speak to you later.